Hi everyone, welcome to class. You'll need a box and we're doing short box work. So put one strong spring on. We're going to do Romana's split stretch. So you're pushing the carriage back, the front knee is bent and you're lunging and gently pulsing about 10 times, feeling like you're pivoting in the hip socket, opening up the hip that is on the carriage. In the short box work we do a lot of hip disassociation work, a lot of hip lengthening work. So we're just starting off by lengthening those muscles out, and then you straighten and bend the front leg 5 times, opening up the hamstring, engaging your quad, so drawing your kneecap up. And then pausing there, maybe little pulses there in the split. You can have the front knee bent or straight. Opening the hips, keeping the headlights of your hips square. And then swap sides. So we do 10 little pulses, hip flexor stretch. Okay, so you've got your pelvic stabilizing muscles lifted, your shoulder stabilizing muscles engaged, pressing through the hands. Breathing, imagine your thigh bone moving back past the hip joint, opening up those hip flexors, and then straighten and bend the front leg 5 times. Just be gentle as you do this because we haven't done plies yet, we haven't done a warm-up yet, so we're just opening up the hips, trying to get the hamstrings and the hips gently mobilized before we get into them. And then you hold it there, little pulses. And then drawing in. 2 springs, 2 strong springs on, lying on your back. We're going to have a little hamstring stretch, so just set yourself up so you're lying straight and then grab hold of the back of your right thigh and we're going to straighten and bend your right leg 3 times. 3. Now hold the leg straight, flex and point the foot. 3, 2, 1. Now walk up your calf, up to your ankle or foot. Lift your head and chest up, draw your shoulders down, and then walk back down the leg. Bend your knee to start again. In short box work, we do climb a tree. So this is like a supine version of that. Flex and point 3 times, getting a neural stretch. Walk up like you're climbing up a tree. Lift your head and your chest up. Slide your ribs down to your hips, collarbones away from your ears, then walk back down to the back of the thigh. Again, engage your quad, keep the knee and foot aligned, flex and point as best you can with that knee as straight as you can. Keep the leg energized, walk up the leg, and it's like you're pulling the leg towards you and pushing it away from you at the same time to get that flexion through the thoracic, the upper body. And then lower your head down. Good. Other side. Grab hold of the back of the thigh. Straighten and bend. 3. The first one will feel a bit tight. 3. Flex and point. Just do what you can. 3, 2, 1. Walk up the leg. Forehead to shin. C-curve through the spine. Inside thighs drawing towards one another, and then return to the start. 3. Keep the knee in line with the middle toe. 2, 1. Keep the knee engaged as you flex and point. 2, 3. Then walk up the leg. Keep the pelvis down but C-curve through the upper body. Sit bones towards one another. Forehead towards the shin. And then return to the start position. Flex and point, really start to try and increase the range there. Walking up your leg, drawing your upper body towards your leg and pushing your leg away from you as you draw it towards you, and then lower back down. VMO plies, toes on the bar, heels together, knees apart the width of the bones of your pelvis, your ASIS, and then straighten and bend. Keep the heels in a raised position and try and keep the foot still as you push out and in. Pressing the heels to get into the inside thighs. We're doing 20 of these, but whilst you're also trying to wrap your thigh bones out so you get into those deep external rotators in the hips. So the inside thighs and those deep hip muscles that turn the thighs out are working. Pelvic stability. Scapular stabilizers engaged. Neck is soft. Well done. And then knock knees. So draw the knees together, heels apart, push out and in within a range that the knees stay together. So it's about a 3/4 out, in, out and in. Once again, trying to keep the foot as still as you can in space. So you're pivoting in the ankles, you're pivoting in the knees, pivoting in the hips, keeping the knees internally rotated, keeping the heels pushing out away from one another. Really activates the adductors and the VMO, the vastus medialis oblique, which is a muscle on the inside of the knee. Gets into your deep hip internal rotators as well. So now we're going into your plies on the heels, legs are together, back of the legs, pressing down towards the floor, up to 20 of these. And we cue pressing the thighs down to the floor so we get into the muscles that extend the hip socket. The feet are pressing together, the knees are pressing together so that we're activating the adductors. They're important postural muscles that help us lift up out of our pelvis and through our center. Keep breathing. And then arches on the bar. Wrap your toes around the bar. So these are prehensile plies. So exactly like the one that we just did on the heels, we're doing up to 20 of these. But not only are we getting into the hip extensors and the adductors, we're also working the muscles on the soles of the feet that curl your toes under. Really important, once again, to lift the arch of your foot, to lift up through that inside thigh line, up through your torso. Up to 20, strong legs, strong feet, calm face and neck. Toes on the bar, wrap the toes around the bar. Heels are lifted, so you're up on like a little high demi point, and then you're pushing out and in 20 times. Keep pressing the feet together, keep pressing the knees together, keep pressing the inside thighs together. And on the way down, keep the muscles drawing into the bones. So not only are we contracting on the way out, we're contracting on the way in when you bring the carriage in. Concentric and eccentric contraction of the muscles in the thighs and the hamstrings. Keep lengthening through your palate, through the crown of the head. Well done. Calf rises, so you push the carriage halfway out. Keep that squat position and lower and lift the heels 20 times. Okay, it's really easy just to use the quads here at the front. Try and activate the back of the legs once again by drawing the feet in, the knees in, the back of the legs, squeezing them inwards. Pivoting in the ankles as smoothly as possible. Keep lifting your breastplate up and out. Now straighten the legs, reach, reach, reach out, and then bend the knees. Hello. For the rest of that workout, go to my website, which is nellh.tv. There you will find my unique systematic approach to the Pilates method. There's packages there for the Reformer, for the Wonder Chair, and also for the Cadillac. I hope you enjoy, and remember, movement is medicine.